I'm Bonnie Gregory, founder and board president of Rooted in Wyoming. When I first started thinking about this organization, my intention for it stemmed from a desire to grow more producers, teach our community about local food, provide better quality ingredients for our schools, and to create self-sufficiency. Gardens are a great environment for students and reinforce math, science, nutrition awareness, and many other topics taught in the classroom.
Having the garden is really important to me at Bighorn and to many of the teachers because it goes along with our curriculum. In first grade, it was a no-brainer for me because we teach the parts of a plant and we teach the life cycle of plants. And so to have this hands-on experience just furthered that experience for the children, whereas before we had the garden, we would plant seeds and we would watch them grow in the classroom and then they would get to take them home. But now with the garden, they get to see the process extended. We get to still start the seeds in the winter, but then we get to bring them out, we get to plant them, the students get to come and see what they look like in the fall, we get to eat the vegetables, eat the fruit, and so I feel like that learning experience is really solidified for them.
Gardens have been shown to help students become better environmental stewards and develop important skills such as patience, cooperation, teamwork, pride, and volunteerism. We also know that children who are exposed to agriculture early on are more likely to pursue some type of associated career.
When I think of the impact of the garden on kids, there's one student that comes to mind who maybe didn't shine in academia that much, but was able to really be a leader when it came to the garden. And everything garden, his peers would look to him to ask, and they became little scientists because he would ask these curious questions and dive in deeper and then bring along all of his peers together. So we would try these experiments, like he made us make banana water because we thought it would help the growth of some seeds, and then we tried some without banana water and we graphed the results. I just think that it's really nice to see some of those kids that don't always shine really shine in different areas, and I think it made a lasting impression on him too, and it grew the scientist in him and the gardener as well.
And my name's Amy, so if you have any questions, you can ask me, but these two are the ones who know everything about plants. So if you have a question about plants, ask them.
Rooted in Wyoming is just such an amazing organization that not only helps to start gardens, but really just guides you along the whole way. So you have so many opportunities to work with Rooted in Wyoming. They have an organization that does grant writing, that is constantly looking for ways to help improve your garden. They have their own set of volunteers. So some years you might not have the parent volunteers that you need, but they have a whole set of volunteers. They have the seed growing program that they do in the spring with the college in case you don't have as many plants as you need. So it's really just been such an amazing resource. It's a great community of people that want to see students learning about where food comes from.
In 2016, volunteers created Rooted in Wyoming to promote better understanding of local foods, nutrition, and sustainability in our community. Community support was astounding. Over 40 parents, teachers, administration, and community volunteers expressed their intent to help build and maintain planned gardens in the first year. Within that first year, Rooted in Wyoming's efforts resulted in over 2,000 volunteer hours and an established board of directors. The community partnerships formed in these early years continue to support our longevity.
Our school garden has meant so much to Bighorn as a community. I think it has engaged all different grades. Different teachers have used it in different ways. Our music teacher had students come out and just do some music classes out here just for a different scenery. Our preschool program, Kristen Burnett has brought kids out the last 2 years. Our first graders were kind of the mentors, showing the 3 and 4-year-olds different things that they had planted in the garden. And of course, every kid loves to dig up worms, so that was always an exciting thing too.
In 2020, the pandemic's impact on our national food system highlighted the need for teaching and facilitating food security through self-sufficiency. From farmers and ranchers, packaging and transportation, all the way down to our local grocery stores and kitchen pantries, we were all affected. Many Wyoming families were left struggling with layoffs and trying to make ends meet. This social and economic dilemma, while difficult, only strengthened Rooted in Wyoming's commitment to educate a new generation of Wyomingites about growing their own food. 2020 has been challenging for everyone, but in the midst of the chaos, Rooted in Wyoming was able to install community farm walls and provide tools, seeds, and educational opportunities to over 2,000 children in Sheridan County, despite the obvious obstacles that schools have faced this year. At the close of the 2020 growing season, Rooted in Wyoming was partnered with 9 schools and community organizations in Sheridan County with outreach efforts in every K-5 school in the county.
I would just say that Rooted in Wyoming has made the process of beginning this seamless. They began starters for us, and they had our whole second grade started a bunch of seeds, and then we got them back when it got closer to planting time. So every step of this, Rooted has supported us.
Since January of 2016, Rooted in Wyoming has contributed over 8,500 hours of volunteer work, established enduring partnerships, organized community efforts, and has proudly facilitated bringing 9 gardens into production. This fall, our board of directors worked hard to develop a strategic plan that celebrated our successes and paved an intentional direction forward. One of the biggest things that came out of this was our desire to create a center for self-sufficiency, a permanent location for Rooted in Wyoming where we can grow food that would be integrated into our community, schools, food banks, senior centers, etc., and that would provide hands-on programming and interactive resources.
This garden is very important to Bighorn in our community, and we want to thank Rooted in Wyoming and all of our volunteers who have made it successful over the years, and I can't wait to see how it looks in another 5 years.
Our annual fundraising efforts focus on celebrating local food and culture, featuring the local farmers, artists, and community businesses who are the heart of our local food system. This intentional celebration is a tangible way to highlight the hope and success of local agriculture as we strive toward building more thriving, empowered families. Rooted in Wyoming's passion and purpose has rallied the community behind the need for these important life skills. To date, well over 2,000 children and their families have been touched by this effort through a teacher, volunteer, or parent. It is our hope that every community member will be involved in this effort through learning, volunteering, mentoring, eating, and reaping the benefits of fresh local food.
I don't think any of this would even be possible without Rooted in Wyoming.